So we have the student treatment during an online class. So this is, I think, quite short. No. So what are the things that we have to do when we are dealing with our students? The first one is you have to communicate your expectations clearly and remind them of such expectations whenever needed. So, for example, I for myself, I'm preparing a Gantt chart like this, the one that you see on the left. No, so the Gantt chart somehow reminds my students that these are the deadlines, these are the requirements of the course, how we could move along from one week to another, ano yung mga requirements natin, ano yung gagawin natin, kailan ako magle-lecture, when will you report. So those are the things that we have to clarify to our students. No, the expectations. At the same time, talking about expectations are the rubrics. Do not miss or somehow neglect the importance of introducing the rubrics to your students. Siguro kung alam nila yung grading system which is in the syllabus, that's okay. Now for those who are teaching in the DepEd or in the senior high school, junior high school, it's also good that you show the rubrics to your students so that they know what is expected of them. So yun lang naman yung first tip ko sa inyo. The second is you have to present all class requirements and expectations during the first day of the class. So para hindi tayo nagugulat. Ang problem natin with online teaching is, of course, we have to we have to allow our students to have some modality. We could actually surprise them. Para, may quiz tayo ngayon. O gano'n. O next week, magre-report ka. Dito hindi pwede. Kasi nga, alam naman natin, no, we are in the pandemic situation. Do not add to the stress of people, especially of our students. Aside from that, if you have these class requirements which were set prior to the start of everything in the term, mas madali kasing ma-communicate sa kanila yun at ma-monitor sila if they are submitting their requirements and so on. So observe and practice regularity of class activities. This is one advice that I could give to everyone. So for example, there are routines when we have the face-to-face classes. Meron tayo niyan, di ba? Meron tayong routine activities. Dito rin sa classes. So kayo, ano bang ginagawa nyo? Sige, tatanungin ko kayo. Dahil marami sa atin, I think, ay nagtuturo. When you open the session meeting for your students, what is the first thing that you do? Yan. Sige nga, can I know? So what's the first thing that you do? So once that you already admitted the students in the session room, sa online nyo, halimbawa, Google Meet na kayo o nakapasok na sila. O kaya naman, tawag dito, nasa Zoom kayo, naka-enter. The students have already entered. What do you do? Okay, so opener, kamustahan, greetings. Ayan, kamustahan ng feelings check. Okay, may feelings check. Greet them. Okay, ayan. So that is very important. Actually, may slide ako for that. Now, tignan natin, tama ba na i-greet pa natin sila? Anyway, lahat naman tayo ay nagkita-kita naman sa online. No? You can just look at their faces and say, we can start now. So, tignan natin kung magandang practice yan. No? And are there some evidences that support that? So, ito, ang sinasabi natin, you have to practice regular routine. Para yung mga students alam nila. So for example ako, when I open the platform, the online platform, nagta-type ako agad, good morning everyone. Ganun na. Tapos na yan, ipupush ko na yung recording, tapos i-greet ko sila isa-isa and so on. So yun yung kadalasan na nagiging routine ko sa klase. So now let's look at the basis. So most of you would say that so most of you would say that you are greeting your students. No, you are greeting your students. So is there a basis for that? So is that a good practice? Actually, it is. No, we have to greet our students so that it sets the tone of the class kasi. So for example, here in this study titled Positive Greetings at the Door, Evaluation of a Low-Cost, High-Yield Proactive Classroom Management Strategy. This one was published when 2018. So just look at the highlighted text. Now, students in the positive greetings at the door classes evidenced a 20% gain in academic engaged time, which corresponds to an extra 12 minutes on task behavior per instructional hour or an additional hour of engagement over the course of a 5-hour instructional day. So as you can see, it is just an effect of greeting them, no, just setting the tone right for the class, and that has a positive effect on students. It also says here that on a larger scale, of course, we are saying that the students and the teacher will both benefit on this, and you don't have to you don't have to invest any financial di ba, financial efforts on this or financial inputs to this. Or you just greet them, and that will somehow affect the or put some positive effect on instruction. So that's it. Now, another thing. So, what are the things, or what are the some of the suggested ways on how we can do it? The first one is call the student names and say hello, good morning, or good afternoon. So some of you might say that, sir, I have so many students. For example, you have 30 students. Then you call them by batch. Okay, so you just do not say hello everyone, and then they will just reply in chorus. So you ask them and you call their name. So sometimes I do that by batch. So I call 3 names, 5 names at once, and then I hear them naman that they are replying. Yan. The second one is you have to take time to learn the pronunciation of the names of your students. So I think some of us have already experienced this, that some of your students may have some names which are hard to pronounce. In our screen, we have here the website called pronouncenames.com. Okay, pronouncenames.com. So you can type or key in the names, and if it is in their database, then they can actually provide you the suggested pronunciation of the name. So somehow, for Filipinos, we are used to some of the names, right? Pronouncing some names, but of course, there are some other names that are really hard to pronounce. So I think you can use this. So how does it work? So let me just play a video so that
the following pronunciation is brought to you
so
by
when you
pronouncenames.com.
It will state
Carnegie.
the pronunciation of the name.
Carnegie.
Okay, so I think that's that's enough. Okay, so according to Dale Carnegie. Oops. Okay, according to Dale Carnegie, remember that a person's name is to that person the sweetest and most important sound in any language. Okay, so you have to know your students. You have to, of course, you have to pronounce their names well. Okay, so let's now proceed to. Sorry. So there are other additional tips here. So you may ask your students to click the thumbs up, raise hand, or for example, in Google Meet, we only have raised hand, and other icons that will somehow prompt you that they recognize that you have called their names. The fourth one is you may also ask them to type their greetings in the chat box if they are experiencing some audio and internet connectivity problems. And then also you can tell them some statements that will somehow brighten their day. Yeah. So I'm so glad that you are with us today. So let us refrain from using some negative comments like you are behind from missing class yesterday. So why are you absent, or why were you absent? So those comments will not be good. It will not be a good starting point for your students. So greet them and somehow give them some comments that will brighten and lighten their days. Okay, the next thing, review what you discussed during the previous session before you present or move on or proceed to the next topic. So that is what our syllabi or syllabus is for, right? So for example, you are through or done with the first week. So before you proceed to the second week, you can somehow review or provide some key points that you have learned from the previous week, or otherwise ask some students to do the talking for you. So that's it. it's very important because the students should have this idea of where they are right now. Is our topic or the previous topic already finished? Aren't we supposed to continue with the topic? Are we leaving the topic behind? So they have to know, especially if you have some students who were absent the previous meeting. So that's very important. Okay, so with that, can I see what's this? Some reactions here we can choose from. So can I see a thumbs up if you're still there? Hello, everyone. How are you? So I hope that you are doing great. So please give me some thumbs up so that I'll still know that you're okay. Let's proceed. So the third one, or I think this is the fifth point, is there are times that the students would like to participate, but they don't want to be called, right? So they don't want to be singled out because they are quite afraid that their answers might be wrong. So in the face-to-face classes, this is one of the features which might or might not be present in the remote teaching platform. So, for example, this one. So we can use some applications so that we can ask the question, and then your students can actually choose among the answers, but they will never be identified. So I think most of you might agree or may agree that if you do this strategy, majority of your students, if not all, will participate. In contrast to asking them one by one, oh, what do you think? What do you think? What do you think? And so on. So can you explain? So that's very stressful for students. No. So actually, if I'm going to do it right now to our participants, I'm going to call somebody and then ask them questions. They will also feel stressed. But if I'm going to ask them some questions and then allow you to choose among the letters, you will not be identified. Anyway, it's formative. So you can actually enjoy the activity.